Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Charlotte and I film videos on being an in-house paralegal as well as a part-time LPC student at the University of Law. Today's video is going to be more of a vlog style video. This week and weekend is Easter weekend, and so I've actually taken off Wednesday afternoon and Thursday off of work to catch up with studying, as I am a million miles behind at the moment. It is currently Tuesday. Yesterday I had an incredibly busy day at work. This morning I have dropped my partner at the train station. He's off into London and I've come back, walked the dog already, and it is now 7:45. I've been up since 5:30 and it's already 7:45 and I'm off to a Pilates class. So I try to at least go to one Pilates class a week just to give me some fitness. However, it does mean that, again, I haven't studied this morning before work, which is not ideal. But obviously tomorrow is a half day for me, so I feel like if I just get through today of work, trying to get as much done as I can, and then I've got the long weekend to really crack down on my studies and try to catch up to where we are in the course, because I'm currently about 6 weeks behind. I thought I would take you with me for the next probably week to see what I get up to, how I try and get on top of my studying, and just a little bit of Cotswolds life. I hope that you enjoy it, and I'm now off to Reformer Pilates. I am now back home. I have finished my Pilates class. It was really tough, actually. We had a different teacher. It was definitely a different vibe. As I said, I'm back and I have had some breakfast, had a cup of tea, caught up with emails, done a bit of work already, so reviewed 2 confidentiality agreements and got those out for signature. I just need to check that it has sent. Yeah, I'm just waiting for signatures on that. And then I need to send some emails and get quite a lot of work done today, to be honest. There are a lot of things flying around and it's a very busy week, and I think next week is going to be particularly busy as well, and both this week and next week are short weeks, plus I wanted to take annual leave this week to study, so it basically means today is going to be hell. Back to work and what's on my plate. So I have done 2 confidentiality agreements already. What do I need to do? I need to send some emails on some project management stuff that I'm project managing. Another agreement to draft, but I'm actually waiting to hear on what kind of agreement we want to put in place. Something that happens every year is we have a legal audit done on us. So every year they send us a spreadsheet which we populate, we give them evidence, and then they come back with a final report. They do a RAG status system. So super helpful, and for me that then leads into my objectives for the next year and how I need to progress the legal function in the company. So it's actually really helpful for me in particular. So I need to go through that report and pull out the areas that we do need to work on and reach out to the particular departments. I need to follow up from the board meeting. So we had a board meeting last week. I then do the minutes for that. I send those out, which is done. And then on the back of any amendments to the minutes, I then update an actions log. And something that I need to do today is update the actions log based from the last board meeting. We are a really flexible working company, so there are people who request to work from abroad for certain periods of time, and we are as flexible as we can be when it comes to that. Obviously, that does mean there is a GDPR aspect that we need to consider, and so again, that's something that I'm involved in. Just making sure that it works from a project management and delivery point of view, and that there's the security in place to allow it to work the best that it can. I need to set up a meeting for next week and go through a bunch of documents. That's quite a chunky piece of work, and to be honest, I probably need to dedicate a bit more time to that. I might try and block out tomorrow morning just to do that, because I have 2 meetings this afternoon. I've got a data protection update call and a weekly new signed contracts call. So it's a busy day. I now need to crack on with quite a lot of work. I think I'm going to do 1.5 to 2 hours of work, get as much done as I can, and then take lunch and take the dog for a nice walk. Hi. It is the next day and I have not checked in quite a while. Yesterday consisted of working like crazy to try and get stuff off of my plate. I didn't finish working till about 7 and then had to go to Banbury instead of the closest station to pick up my partner as the trains are still all messed up. So we didn't get back until about 9 o'clock and then have dinner and go to bed and then get up again at 5:30. So I am feeling really tired. I probably look very tired as well. I could not face putting makeup on today and I am in comfy clothes. It is now 2:45. It's already super late and I have zero motivation to do any work, as in study. Yeah, I'm just really tired. And this is the problem with trying to study alongside full-time work, is my job alone is quite stressful and uses a lot of my brain power. When I then have to try and study after I've finished effectively a day of work, it's just the last thing that I want to do. As you can probably tell, I am in the state of procrastination. I am trying to think of anything to do but studying. If it's nearly 3 o'clock now, maybe I should do 2 hours of studying. And then tomorrow I will be up early because again, I need to take my partner to Banbury. So I will be back by 7:30 and I will have no work to do tomorrow. I also keep forgetting that I've got my solicitor's accounts exam in, I think it's in 2 weeks, and I have not looked at solicitor's accounts since January. It is up to you to work your way through the workbook, which I have not done, and to do past papers, which I have not done, and to basically get yourself ready for the exam. I have about 6 weeks worth of catching up to do for real estate and dispute resolution as well. This weekend is all about getting myself to the stage that I should be at currently. Anyway, I have been rambling for 10 minutes and I actually don't know what I've been talking about. On that note, I'm going to make myself a coffee and get out my dispute resolution textbook and do some light reading for a couple of hours. I will talk to you later. Good afternoon. It is the next day from the last time I checked in. So today is my day of annual leave and so far I've spent the morning procrastinating. So it's now 12:15 and I've done no studying so far. I have washed my hair, I did my makeup because I was taking a few photos for my Instagram page, and tidied the house a little bit. It's still a tip and needs a lot of work before people come tomorrow, but getting there. Honestly, don't really know where the morning has gone. I've now just made myself an iced coffee. My battery's flashing at me. Ooh, that's strong. And I'm finally going to get cracking. So I am doing civil litigation for the moment, just catching up on reading and actually doing some studying. Anyway, let that commence. It's been a hot minute since I last checked in. I think roughly a week since I last picked up the camera and spoke to you guys. I have now done my exam, had a really terrible week at work, and yeah, have cried a lot over the last week, to be completely transparent and open. I want to share the highs and the lows of trying to qualify the way that I'm trying to qualify, as well as juggling everything, and just have a really realistic lens on it all. It's really not easy. I just haven't felt myself recently, and I've really struggled with my mental well-being, I guess you could say. So I definitely haven't wanted to pick up a camera and film for you guys, because there is no point in me moping on a video, because that's not helpful for anybody. So the first exam of the year is over. So beyond glad to have the first one out of the way. I'm hoping that it didn't go too bad. It was solicitors' accounts, so wasn't horrendous. Basically, with solicitors' accounts, if you're doing it part-time and you're with University of Law, it's an open book exam, 2 hours and 5 minutes if you're doing it online, because you literally have to like draw the tables and draw the financial statement table and all of that, which, to be completely honest, I think they should give you more than 5 minutes to do that, because that took me a long time. And if you're a perfectionist like me, I then started, making the headings bold and making sure it was beautiful, and you just don't have time for that in 5 minutes extra in an exam. So I did find that a little bit stressful. Anyway, I finished the exam, so that's a plus. I'm praying that I remembered everything and didn't make any silly mistakes. I think when you're doing the client ledger and financial statements, it's silly mistakes that lose the marks, because it is quite a methodical process once you've practiced enough, which I finally managed to do over the last weekend. Once you've practiced enough, it is kind of repetition and just doing what you know. So that exam is out of the way. I'm still super behind on my dispute resolution and real estate. Over the Easter weekend, we had friends here, and I had one too many drinks, let's put it that way, and the next day was a write-off completely. I did not feel well. I think it's because I haven't really been drinking, and then it was sunny, we were outside, I didn't really eat enough. You can only imagine how that ended. Work has just been increasingly busy. I feel like I'm dropping the ball on a few things because I am so busy, and I feel like I'm constantly chasing my tail with work. Also, working in-house as the only legal person in the company, it's really difficult. You don't really have anybody to fight your corner for you, and you're basically carving out a role which didn't exist prior to you being there. So I am definitely going through some teething pains right now of trying to fight for myself, which is really difficult in an employer-employee situation. Being totally transparent, it's just really difficult not having the establishment that you would normally have in a law firm of, paralegal trainee, NQ, 2-year PQE, and on and on and on. When you're in-house, it is literally up to you to kind of determine that for the company, and then pretty much ask for things like promotions. It's a lot more difficult because you don't have that traditional structure. So we're trying to figure it all out. And, it is quite an emotionally charged conversation to be having. So I found that is definitely making me stressed. Something else that I think is quite difficult being in-house is you don't know the level of expectation for where you would be in a law firm. So, for example, we're kind of classing me as a second-year trainee at the moment in my company. However, I'm doing work of like an NQ. So it's hard because I don't know where my expectation should be of a second year trainee, as well as the company doesn't know what a second year trainee would normally be doing. And yes, I do feel kind of this huge pressure sometimes to be outperforming what would typically be required from me at my level. Anyway, so yesterday was my exam. I finished at lunchtime and then had to work for the afternoon. Yesterday at work, what did I do? I had a couple of calls. I can't really remember what else I did. Today I have had a couple of calls again. I did some data protection training with somebody new at the company, and I have reviewed an MSA which we've had back from a client, and I've then sent that back for hopefully final review and move to signature. I also had a call on another contract query that somebody had in the delivery side. I had to do some training on customer service, which I think I am exemplary at. If I do blow my own horn, blow my own trumpet, toot my own horn. I have no idea what that saying is. But yeah, I think I'm quite good at customer service, to be honest. And my manager has told me that in the past. I'm very customer service focused. That's a positive I need to hang on to right now because I'm feeling so negative. Right, I am going to stop waffling. I haven't even looked at the footage of this vlog, so I'm hoping it at least pieces together in some way. But basically I've just been studying, working, walking the dog, having people round, living country life, and that's about it. Nothing really exciting going on and just feeling really overwhelmed and stressed at the moment. This evening I am going to have a pamper night. I'm going to paint my nails. They're in desperate need of painting. I am going to do a face mask, have a nice hot bubble bath with a glass of wine. I'm just going to really relax. I feel mentally and physically exhausted after this exam. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to check in with you guys anymore. I may film a bit of my pamper evening, but probably going to sign off the vlog here. I feel like there is probably enough footage as it is at this point. I hope this video has been helpful for you, giving you a bit of an insight into what I get up to day to day and how I try to juggle everything. Not successfully, but I do try. Please give this video a thumbs up and also please subscribe to my channel if you are new here. It really helps me know that what I am doing is useful and it will give me the motivation to keep going, to be honest. Leave me a comment down below of any particular videos that you wanted to see from me. I really hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. It's been lovely chatting with you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.